Hello, hi, welcome once again to M5's English language learning program, Let's Speak English. I'm Gav Duncan and I'm here on your TV to help you learn English. Now, are you sitting comfortably? Yes? Good. And are you ready for today's lesson? Yes? Good. Okay, well let's learn English together. And welcome once again. Hello to you all, and may I just ask, how was your weekend? Did you all do nice things? Did you all enjoy yourselves? I hope so. After all, not only was it the weekend, but we all had another reason to celebrate in style, didn't we? Yes, that's right. You know it and I know it. We're past the 5 centuries mark. Yes, we've moved past a huge milestone. We're now in the 501st lesson. It's amazing, isn't it? I mean, I have to say, I salute you all. I doff my cap to you all. I raise my hat to you all. And at the weekend, I raised a glass to you all. Congratulations once again. What we've accomplished together is quite amazing. I think 500 lessons together. And as you all know, that's longer than most marriages in Hollywood. So we've reached and passed our latest and to date greatest milestone. Well done us. Okay, and that means that we should be heading back onto the track we left temporarily to celebrate our 500th lesson. Okay, but, well, before we do that, I think it's a good idea for us to have another gander at some of the vocabulary we saw in some of those songs. What do you say? Is that a cracker of an idea? It is, isn't it? Yes, I thought so too. A fine idea, a crackerjack of an idea, straight out of the box of great ideas. All right, so let's make a start. So, which songs did we hear? Which songs, in fact, did we listen to on Thursday? Do you all remember? We started with The Alarm, didn't we? Yes, and they were singing about 68 guns. Well, to be honest, there wasn't a lot in that clip which was hard to understand, was there? It was a teenage rebel song, they'll never take us alive, and all that sort of thing. Right on, we're young, we're hard, and we're not as square as our parents. Rock on! One thing which was new was the fact that they sang that they're after you. And what does that mean? Well, if someone's after you, then all it means is that someone or a group of people are coming for you. These people are actively looking for you. They're chasing you. They're trying to catch you. If, for example, you rob a bank, then it's pretty obvious that the police will be after you. That's what the police do. They chase criminals. They're after the bad guys. Also, in the song, they sang that they're after you to sign your life away. Well, what does the verb to sign mean? Well, there are 2 meanings we normally use with this verb. One of them is more common, the other is not so common. The not so common use of the verb is used as a synonym for communicating in sign language. When a deaf person talks to another deaf person, they talk using their hands. This is sign language. These people use sign language to communicate. They sign what they say to each other. So, if we're talking about deaf people talking, then we use this meaning of the verb to sign. I saw 2 people in the street signing to each other. They were communicating with their hands, talking with their hands. The other use of the verb is when we write our names on something, when we sign a document. We autograph the document to indicate that we have seen and understood it. Our signatures are unique. Mine is different from yours is different from his is different from hers. You get the idea. So this means that we can identify if I did actually sign this document or not. Okay. But The Alarm were talking about signing your life away. So what's all that about? Well, when you sign something, you put your name to it. You agree to it. It's the same as giving your word as your bond. You have agreed to do something and you sign the document to show that you understand what's in the document and agree with what's in the document. Okay, but these people want you to sign your life away. Whoa, that's a bit heavy. These people want your life? Crikey! It reminds me of a deal between Dr. Faustus and Beelzebub, one of the synonyms the devil uses. Faustus agreed to a really bad deal. He wanted loads of groovy stuff when he was alive. You know, a really nice car, some really flash sunglasses, an expensive watch, a Blu-ray DVD player, and some designer clothes. And he thought that the easiest way to get all of this stuff was to make a deal with the devil. So he did. He phoned up the devil and they wrote a contract saying that Faustus would get all the groovy stuff he wanted, but, and here's the thing, when he died, he wouldn't go to heaven, but to hell. He would spend the whole of the rest of time in hell, where, as we know, the conditions aren't very nice at all. Everything's on fire, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's an inferno 24/7.
I, John Faustus of Wittenberg, doctor, do give both body and soul to Lucifer, Prince of the East.
No comfy sofas, they're all on fire. No cool, refreshing drinks, all the ice has melted. Well, to be honest, it's evaporated. It's that hot. And the glass is on fire too. Ah! Anyway, that's the one example I can think of where someone signs their life away. But it's not exactly the same, is it? I mean, Faustus didn't sign his life away exactly, but he signed his soul away. So, when he died, his soul becomes the property of the devil, not the property of God. 1-0 to the devil. If it's any consolation, Faustus realized pretty early on that the deal was a completely stupid thing for him to agree to. Still, even if he did realize it, it was too late. Abaddon's attorneys, Beelzebub's barristers, legal counsel for the king of the bottomless pit, Lucifer's lawyers, Satan's solicitors, they all pointed out to Faustus that he'd signed the contract and the contract was binding. He was bound by the things in the contract. He signed his name on the contract, and when he did that, he showed that he agreed to everything in the contract. And so, he couldn't get out of it now. Blue ruin, eh? Yes, you're damned right. Extreme blue ruin. What a plank. Silly Faustus, what an absolute biscuit brain. Okay, moving on. What else did we see? Well, after the alarm, we heard that song about the summer of '69. And this one was a song about regret, wasn't it? It was all about looking back and thinking, oh, I should have done that, or I wish that I had done that. And that's not very positive, is it? Well, maybe the song's not about regret. Maybe we're looking at it the wrong way. Think about it. Here's this guy singing about his youth. And normally, if we're thinking about regret, we're thinking about things we didn't do. And here, well, that's not the case, is it? No. This guy, these guys, they did try, didn't they? This guy bought his first real guitar at the Five and Dime, which is a sort of US shop, the sort of shop where you can get a lot of things cheaply. Okay, fine, that's logical. You don't learn on a Stradivarius, do you? Well, not unless your dad's a Russian multi-billionaire, you don't. So this guy bought a cheap guitar and played it so much that his fingers bled. And we're back to the verb to bleed, aren't we? Yes, you cut me. I bleed. I shave. I invariably cut myself and then I bleed all over the shower. This guy practiced the guitar all the time, and what was the result? Well, obviously, one result was that he became good at playing the guitar. He started playing like this. But he didn't stop, and he ended up playing like this. was one result. The other result was that the skin on his fingertips wasn't tough enough. The skin on his fingertips was soft and tender, and that led to another result. The metal guitar strings cut into his fingertips and his fingers bled. Hardcore! Okay, so we also heard that he got a band together and they tried real hard, which is just an American way of saying very hard. But it didn't end well. Jimmy quit. He left the band. He decided that he didn't want to be in a band. He quit. He stood down. He resigned. He handed in his notice. And then Jody got married. And quite understandably, he was more interested in spending time with his new wife rather than with his mates from school. So 2 people left the band and the band fell apart. Okay, so in some ways, this song is about regret. The fact that this guy is looking back, thinking about, what might have happened if? What if Jody hadn't got married? What if Jimmy hadn't quit? What if the band had stayed together and become successful? What if? What if? What if? But at the same time, there's no real reason for this guy to be regretful, is there? I mean, even if the band did fall apart, at least they tried, didn't they? Yes, they tried, they had a go, and so, even if he regrets the fact that they didn't become as famous as the Rolling Stones or Omega, at least they tried, they had a go, and that's the main thing, isn't it? I mean, you may fail, you might not end up being as famous as the Rolling Stones or Omega, but if you don't try, then you will definitely have feelings of regret later on in life. If you try, then at least you can feel satisfied that you gave it a shot. You had a go. You tried. Okay, and on we go. What was the next song? Of course, the former lead singer of Led Zeppelin, Bobby Plant. Well, was there any vocabulary in that song which might have caused some problems? Well, there's one verb, the verb to lead. And what's that? Well, to lead someone somewhere is to guide that person somewhere, to show them the way. If you go somewhere with someone and let's imagine that it's dark, you haven't been to this place before, but the person you're with, they come here all the time. So they'll probably say something like, I'll lead the way, which is another way of saying, follow me. This person knows where they're going, so it makes sense for them to lead, for them to guide you. They'll lead the way and you can follow them. Okay, but the interesting thing in this song is that Bobby Plant uses the verb to lead several times, doesn't he? He talks about the voice on the radio leading him back down the road that leads back to you. So he's using the verb in the present continuous. The voice on the radio is leading him, guiding him, showing him the way, and the voice on the radio is leading him along the road which leads to his old girlfriend or whoever it is. And that's another idea of the verb to lead, isn't it? This road leads to Santa Fe. This road leads to Monte Alba. This road leads to Teotihuacan. And what do we mean when we say things like this? Yes, we're telling people where the road goes, what the destination of the road is. This road goes to this place. This road leads to this place. That's where this road leads. That's where this road takes you. Okay, well, that was simple enough, wasn't it? Yes, you're damned right it was. And what came after Bobby? It was those strangely dressed boys from Shawaddy singing about those 3 steps to heaven. And this was a very simple song, wasn't it? Yes, nothing to confuse us there. Well, apart from the clothes they were wearing and their haircuts. All right, people, and on that note, it's time once again for us to part. Our paths have to part. My path leaves me in one direction, home, where there's a coffee with my name on it waiting for me. And your path? Well, I don't know where your path leads. It might lead into the kitchen. There might be dirty dishes waiting to be washed. There might be a dishwasher waiting to be emptied or filled. I don't know, you do, but wherever your path leads, remember to have fun. fun while you're travelling along the path. And put some music on too. It's much more fun with music on. I'll see you all tomorrow. Congratulations once more. We've now finished lesson 501. Brilliant work, everyone. Well done. See you tomorrow. See you later. www.mediaclick.hu. Bye.